All right, checking 1, 2. That's a little bit loud. Just gonna turn this down a little bit. What's up, everyone? Yeah, I was having some routing issues, but I think we're good. What's up, Popcorn Pro? What's up, Cindy? What's up, Hottie? How's it going? Glad to see you guys back here. What's up, Safaro? Art Nerd? Looks like we got a first-time chatter, official.mars. What's going on? How's it going, Eidolon? Excited to see what y'all are cooking. And bad coffee as well. All right. Well, I'm a little late, so let's just dive straight into it. The break encounter. Nice. Okay. Let's get started. What's up, official.mars? What's going on? What you got for us? Yeah, there is something weird happening with SonarWorks. SonarWorks was like hijacking the sound internally, which it's supposed to do, but it was preventing my desktop audio from being routed correctly, so I had to disable it, and that did the trick for the time being. All right, thanks for joining the raffle.mars. Let's check this out. Also, please give me a heads up if the volume is okay. I'll take a close look at chat and make sure that everything's all right on that end. So this is Make It There by .mars. I like it. Cool. Ooh, piano. Yo. Off air, thank you for the follow. Ooh, the switch up. Cool. I like it a lot. Well, I'm trying to think of what kind of feedback I have. Honestly, there isn't too much that I could think of. I almost wish there was maybe just a tiny bit of like a single measure of like a reverse sweep of noise going into that first downbeat. Just because a lot of times on different platforms, that first like little half second sometimes gets like faded in. It's hold on, let me see if I reload it. What does it sound like when I start it? Yeah, see, it's got this like click artifact. I don't know how this is still a thing on SoundCloud, but that's one thing I would potentially introduce. Other than that, I enjoyed the vibe of the sound design, the unquantized kind of like, yeah. I guess that's pretty typical for future rhythm, right? But yeah, it's really cool. I like the sound selection, the sound choice, and the way it's mixed. It's good. I think here you could probably turn up your kick drum a tiny bit. It sounds like it's mostly like your low end that's kind of coming through there. Yeah, it sounds like there's mostly just like some kind of gently distorted sub kind of coming through. Not much of a kick drum, which, you know, also a stylistic choice. It's not a huge deal. Yeah, and I like the structure of the track. And the switch up is cool too. I was almost gonna say like you could consider extending the switch up a little bit if you want. Up to you, obviously. But yeah, thanks for sharing. Love the idea. Is this oh, this is already released, it looks like. In March of this year. So cool tune. Thanks for sharing. Really appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Well, if you have more stuff you want to share, Mars, feel free to send something our way next week, Friday again. Cool. Like I said, I'm a little behind, so let's move on to the next person. What's up, Bad Coffee? You were the first to enter the raffle, so only fair that you are chosen. What you got for us? I've got some not bad coffee, it's average coffee right here. I'm trying to get through the rest of this bag of coffee that I got that I'm not too fond of, so I can get to the good stuff. You're on mobile? Let me grab the link. Cool, appreciate it. Were the levels okay on the stream? Please let me know. Hopefully, my voice and the tracks are pretty similar in volume. Okay, audio is okay. Great, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. All right, what we got? New idea. This is from Bad Coffee. Something I started yesterday. Rough sketch. Where are we going? Cool. Oh, whoops. I like that bass. Cool. I mean, I can tell it is a bit quiet, but obviously it's a sketch. Oh yeah, I'm just jamming out. I tend to do that on Feeeeedback Fridays, but I guess I do that in general. Regardless, I think you have a cool idea going here. I like chord changes are cool. Just a bunch of minor chords. I would love to hear this expanded upon a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's really up to you. I think how to expand on the idea. I could hear a lot of different things going on here. I think for some reason I was hearing like a sax, some kind of sax improv could be really sick. And I hear some of those like glitchy drums kind of popping in. It's got a jazzy feel to it, of course, because of those chord changes. So you could totally draw some inspiration from that. Maybe have some crazier kind of like progressively crazier drum improv going on, you know. Get really syncopated and maybe, yeah, just keep exploring. I like it a lot. I guess part of me, it feels like a very exploratory piece. So take this thought as like a grain of with the grain of sand. Is that the phrase? I think that's the phrase. But I was gonna say maybe some kind of melody would be cool. It reminds me almost of Herbie Hancock's Maiden Voyage, in a way, because of the chord changes. It's just couple of minor chords, but anyways, just some food for thought. Be cool if there's maybe like a little motif that melodically kept everything together. But I'll bring it back next week. Sweet, yeah, please do. And normalizing the audio just a tiny bit, or not normalizing, I guess, just like kind of pushing the volume a little bit without ruining your dynamics for a piece could still be helpful. I say that more selfishly because then it'll be easier for chat when hearing it. I don't have to try to. I mean, I can't really turn it up beyond this, so I'm kind of stuck with whatever volume you give me. But anyways, yeah, of course. Let's roll on to the next person. Off air FLP, what's up? What do we got here? This is a submission from Off Air FLP. Nightmare Street. Oh, this is a classic. I'm super curious about this. hear it. It's a really cool idea. Sick. I really like the idea of turning it into something, yeah, obviously drum and bass oriented. It's cool to hear that motif in that context. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm trying to think. I can definitely. Hold on. Let me listen to this drop again real quick. Part of me almost wishes, the original that I can tell you layered part of the sound design from the original in there, unless you recreated it, which kudos to you if you did. But I almost wish that the pattern wasn't broken up on occasion. I think you're doing that intentionally, which is cool too. But I almost want to hear like the full or a bigger chunk of the original riff playing out instead of kind of like stopping and starting on occasion. I'll show you what I mean. So it's hold on. There's these little moments where it's like almost, there's this feeling of like it taking a breather or something, yeah. But either way, I almost wanted to continue through those moments a little bit more. I don't think every single one necessarily, but yeah, I mean, I can tell you omitted those for a reason, and maybe you preferred it that way. Obviously, it's your remix. Just a thought that came to mind. And then the other thing I was going to say in your outro, there's potentially room to have some more fun with something melodic. The original, I can't quite remember, but it does have a very kind of dramatic vibe to it. You could totally throw, I don't know, a little bit of piano in the outro, or if you wanted to. Not that I like piano or anything, but yeah, just a thought. It's a really nice atmosphere. I know I was jamming, so I didn't really I wasn't paying super close attention to this sound design, but I actually really like it. Maybe there could be like a more of a filtered piano sound versus kind of what I have here, which is just like, keyscapes. just straight up keyscapes. But okay, it sounds like it's basically a lot of this sound design from the intros and the outro. But yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm always gonna talk about. I'm always gonna see like tracks through that lens of you know, thinking about melodies and chord progressions, composition. So a part of me wouldn't mind hearing more of that. But yeah, obviously that's not the focal point of the song, so I get it. But either way, thanks for sharing, off air. It's really cool. Yeah, that's true. I made it more choppy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, either way, it's really dope. Well produced. Thank you for sharing. Cool. Let's roll on to the next person. What's up, Ghost Vanilla? I feel like we got several new people here today. All right, what do we got here? Moment by Ghost Vanilla.
From far away, her eyes like carmine eyes. Just stay a moment. I can tell your heart's shared by. Come tell me you love me. How could you? Don't tell me you want me. If you want it, I'll tell you. Take it. Come tell me you want me. I can be that. Just say you just stay a moment. I can feel her love from far away. Just stay a moment. Just stay a moment. Like me, I can turn. Just stay a moment. Just stay a
Sick. Really cool. Love the chord progression. Just stay a moment. Yeah, I like the lyrics. A lot of the vocal work is really cool, really breathy. Got this R&B vibe going. I think at times I feel like the vocals are like that. The breathiness and airiness is a little bit too upfront in the mix for me. I feel like if it could just be toned down a bit, it sounds like they might be a tad like over compressed compared to the rest of the track. I think they could just come down a tiny bit. Not necessarily in volume, but just like the dynamics I think are a little bit too squashed compared to the rest of the track. Like a lot of the other, I know it's a work in progress, so just throwing it out there. Maybe this is stuff that you're already considering changing, but yeah, I think it'd be nice to feel the chords a bit more. I think they sometimes get lost in the mix a little bit. Same thing is kind of true for the drums. So I would just try to make sure that those are still remaining a big part of the mix. I think they're close to being right. Honestly, I think even just reducing like the compression on the vocals, or maybe even a little bit of the volume of some of the layers, that alone will probably just bring more room into the mix for some of these other elements. Because when I'm listening more closely, like I can hear obviously like the bass line and all the other stuff going on. Really cool. Yeah, I love the idea. Honestly, I don't really have much else to share other than that. I think the vibe is cool. I love kind of like the R&B feel that it has. And I love, even though I said, I was talking about kind of like maybe the vocals are a little bit overcompressed compared to the rest of the track, but I love the breathiness, and I think it sounds really cool. So thanks for sharing. Really hope you finish this. And good luck. Let's roll on to the next person. What's up, Safaro? How's it going? All right, what you got for us today? This is North by Safaro. These some melted glaciers here? Or melted snow? Cool. Definitely a journey, which I like. Doesn't feel like you're trying to emulate any specific genre or formula. I can see there's a lot of different influences kind of coming to life in this idea. It's really cool. I think that there's a few moments that are really interesting. I like this. I don't know why, it kind of reminds me a little bit of some kind of marriage between like Röyksopp and Daft Punk. It's got a cool vibe. Yeah, it's dope. And then I think that it would be nice to me. This feels like kind of the feels like a moment in the song to me. Feels like you're kind of like exploring things in the intro, with a piano and kind of like a lot of atmospheric stuff and some strings, synths coming in here. And I feel like this kind of makes the patience and the wait worth it. It's kind of rewarding the listener in a way. And for me, I feel like that's why it almost feels like you should consider having this happen again at some point in the track. For some reason, for me, arrangement-wise, I would almost want you to like just chuck what's happening here from like 120 to whatever, somewhere around there, like 140. Just throw that in here and then go into your outro. I feel like it would kind of tie it together in an interesting way because it feels like a very exploratory piece. You know, you're going in all these different ways, but like I said, this feels like a moment where the listener is kind of a little bit forced to pay a little more attention because there's something really catchy happening there. So I think it'd be cool to consider throwing that in there before the track ends, just so it happens one more time. I think it'd be satisfying for the listener to hear that again. That's pretty much the main thing that comes to my mind. I think the other thing I would say is in this intro, from 30 seconds to 105, it feels a little bit like, hey, what's up, Rattled? Good morning. Oh, I think I missed a follower, by the way. Bite Neko, thanks for following. That was like 20 minutes ago. But I was just gonna say it feels like this isn't necessarily a critique, but it feels like there's no clear chord progression here. It feels kind of like there's just notes in a key, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't work, but I do feel like this section would be a little more impactful if there was a particular kind of progression. It feels like there's too many clusters happening. It's a little bit I'm not sure exactly how to phrase it, but it would be nice if more of the notes being chosen for the different instruments and elements here, piano, synth, if there's like strings, the background and stuff, if they were kind of part of a particular chord progression more so than they are right now. But again, that's not to say it doesn't work the way it is right now. Like if it was playing, for example, something like that, the general outline of the chords, And then I think it would help guide the listener to this part a bit more. So that's the only other bit of feedback I have. But anyways, thanks for sharing, Safaro. I really appreciate it. It's a bit confusing on first listen, but that intro idea I've had for 10 years. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty wild when different versions of songs are being like Frankenstein together. I've definitely been there many times before. So anyways, thanks for sharing. Glaciers in Alberta. Word. Lake Louise. Cool. Let's roll on to the next person. Art Nerd, what's going on? It's been a while. Okay, after this one, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to miss this. So, okay, so hear me out. Where are we going? It's a YouTube video? Okay. Is this like, is there music that you made? Or is it visual art that you made? Or both? All right, let's check it out. What do we got here? I hope I'm not going to get rickrolled. Bro. Okay, I had no idea that was possible.
Got a new follower.
That's crazy. Thank you, DJ Transponder. Appreciate the follow. What? I know this is Minecraft, but what? You can have sheet music in Minecraft? This is like a little mini DAW inside of Minecraft. Zerka's Music Maker. Oh, it's a mod. Okay, I see. I was gonna say I've never seen this before. Damn, you did rickroll me. That's awesome. Hold on. Cool. Well, thanks for sharing. That's the first time I've gotten rickrolled in a hot minute. Recreating the song made me learn the bass line. Nice. I was gonna say, I think I can't remember if it's the major chord or a minor chord on that first one. I'm pretty sure it's the major. Cool, let's move on. Thanks for sharing that, Art Nerd. That's crazy. All right. What's up, Wolf King? How do you join? Exclamation mark join. And then you automatically enter a raffle. I would like to apologize in advance. Please don't tell me you're going to rickroll me too. I mean, that I don't mind getting rickrolled like that, though. That was pretty smooth. Thank you for the follow. The Imperial Disorder. Okay. Damn it, I should have gone to the bathroom. I really gotta go. Let's check this out. A full commitment? Wait, is this... Okay. 3:30, I can handle 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting to sweat a little bit. Hey! What is going on? All right, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I feel commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you.
Y'all are on one today.
Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Wonder what other bangers. Rick Astley's still alive, right? That might be an ignorant question to ask, but wonder if he's still making bangers. It had to be done. Wait, hold on. Was this coordinated? Was this a coordinated effort, or did you actually have a work in progress you wanted to share? Because it was not coordinated. Okay. I can do a good Rick Astley impression. I think it's Astley, but yeah, you did a great impression just now. Okay, let's roll on to the next person then. Normally I would say thank you for sharing a work in progress, but I can't let you take credit of my boy Rick's jams. What's up, Rattled? You got a track for us? It's uploading? Word. We can wait a second. Sorry, it's not a Rick roll. Hey, I have post-traumatic Rick Astley disorder now, so I'm not going to believe you until you send me a link and it's actually not Rick Astley. Post-traumatic Rick disorder. What do you recommend to mix mids? It's all good, Rattled. We can wait a second. But that's kind of a general question. What do you mean by that exactly? Like what's my approach to mixing mids for an entire track, or like specific elements, or entire track, I would say a lot of it is reference based. So I feel like my best answer to that question would just be if I'm doing a final mix or master on a track, I'll definitely isolate different frequency ranges and compare it to tracks that are in a similar style that I feel like I appreciate the mixes of. So that's kind of like a general answer to that question. But isolating frequency ranges like that is always helpful when you're talking about a full track, even if it's your own music. But yeah, normally that's not the case for me. Sometimes I reference my own tracks just to make sure that like volume wise or luff wise, they're in a similar range. It's obviously not a great listening experience when tracks are super different volumes. But anyways, okay, Zero Potential, what's up? This is 2chords_22. Love the title. I could hear a top line on this. Something poppy. Kygo type deal, I could see that. Oh. Why are you in the... Cool. Very unique. Okay, I know this wasn't coordinated, but dude, you are literally in the same key as Rick Astley. Somehow. I get Rickrolled twice, and then you just happen to send an idea that's in the same key. That's pretty crazy. Anyways, I really like the sketch that you have so far. Clearly you have some vocals popping in here, roughly around a minute. And I would love to have more of that leading up to that section. I can tell that these are kind of like EQ'd in a way to have like some of those like harsher like upper mids and stuff, or like mids, upper mids and highs, mostly. Like I'm not hearing a lot of like lower mids in the vocals, which is fine, but I could see that being difficult to have in the track earlier on because it's such a soft vibe here. Just a thought. But anyways, I like the chords. Trying to think of what else I could suggest. Obviously, it's still in progress, but I think I think that, hear me out, I almost feel like having the pluck, starting with the pluck like that, knowing the rest of the song now, I don't know if you want to give that away right off the bat Um, like if you just started, let's say with, just for example, maybe just big chords like that on a piano. And then you transition into this. It could some of that drive that comes with having those like, is that 16th note plucks? I'm pretty sure. Like that's gonna help bring a lot of momentum to the track, and it'd almost be cool to keep people guessing maybe a little bit more. So what is that? Like about 19 seconds potentially of just some kind of like more ambiguous chord intro. And the vocals could start there. I don't know, just some food for thought. Only other thing I was gonna say, I really like this kind of like starting and stopping, lots of negative space, working around the chord changes. It's really cool. My only gripe with this section, I actually kind of like some of the rough and readiness of it. Of like some of the elements aren't all starting at the same time, stopping at the same time. I think if it was just toned or owned in a little bit more, that'd be really cool. There's like, it gives it like this slight kind of, sloppy sounds negative, but it kind of gives it this like unquantized feel that's cool. And I think it's cooler than if it was all like starting perfectly on time, starting and stopping perfectly on time. But I think just kind of trying to like own it in a little bit more, and I think that could be really cool. I also like that you start filling in some of that negative space with other sounds as it goes on. So yeah, really cool idea. Thanks for sharing. I'm not sure if I'm going to complete it or if the vocals from a different work in progress. Yeah, trust me, I know how that goes. I do that all the time. In fact, I was spending the last couple of days working on a track, and I forgot that the lyrics, there's a verse lyric and a chorus lyric, and I was like, oh yeah, these were originally from two different songs. No wonder they don't really make that much sense together lyrically, and so I was trying to rewrite some of the lyrics for that. But anyways, thanks for sharing. Let's move on to the next person. And don't worry about it being unmixed. That's the whole point of coming on here. I like, if I'm gonna sit here and give feedback, I'm not gonna just talk about how it's not finished and mixed and mastered up to a certain point, like where it's ready to be released. Like the point of feedback, giving feedback, is kind of to be doing that before a track has reached that point. But normally, but yeah, let's roll on to the next person. What's up, Vorisux? What you got for us? Okay. It'd be really cool if there was some kind of program that could tell you the key of the next song that I'm loading up, and then I could do like a chord change leading into the next track. I could be like a piano like a piano DJ almost. You're the Reason by Vori. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, I missed a Baby Redeem. I'll get him. Sorry, Junie. I'll bring him out. Ooh, are we going halftime? Cool. Very cool. Love this idea. Is that like around 140 or 70? Either way, I really like the idea. Lots of cool sound design. I love these kind of like chaotic sine like bell sound design stuff going on. That's really cool. I love that it goes halftime there, and that tempo, you could totally get away with that. Yeah. I almost want it to maybe at some point after halftime go back to like the full time. Oh, it's 160. Damn, I'm pretty far off then. I like the stuttering of all those sounds. But yeah, I don't really have much to say that I feel like could help. I just think that, you know, just finish the structure. I would love for this to be like a finished track. And I think like a lot of the work is already done. I feel like you could just transition at some point from the halftime back to full time, and then there could be an outro of some kind. You could basically call it a day at that point. One thing I wasn't totally sold on is the fake out. I mean that edit is really clean going into the drop. Yeah, I think it's dope. I really think it's just a matter of fleshing out the rest of the structure. You know, one thing is, I know that I can hear the vocals saying "you're the reason" something. I almost wonder if maybe that could be it could pop through the mix a little bit more, so you can kind of like hear what the vocal is saying. But I also think maybe it could happen here at the end of this section, like that vocal phrase, and then it could just be washed out and lead into this little this vibe here. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much else to say besides that. So, love the track. It's really dope. Thanks for sharing. Oh, you got damn, I'm sorry. Sorry that happened in the middle of the feedback. Yeah, I don't really know how to control that, but either way, appreciate you sharing the idea. Yeah, let me re-roll the winner, and while they get their link, I will grab Baby. So I'll be right back. What's up, Hottie? Hold up, I'm gonna grab some water too while I'm at it. Say hi, baby. It's the baby boy. This is a demo from a couple years ago that I want to get working on again. Would love some feedback. Awesome. Let's check it out. All right. I'll let him explore for a little bit. Let your cat produce. Yeah, I'll install a Neuralink in baby. He'll make me another Rick Astley banger. Okay, what do we got? Oh, I think you might need to share it as a share the private link. This one looks like it might have been the public one. Baby. Yeah, no worries, man. All good. Tell your cat I said, psst, psst, psst. Hey, baby. Psst, 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 psst. Aw, he's getting cozy. Look at him just laying there. Yeah. Maybe it'll work now. If you made it public, it should. Yeah, sweet. Thanks for sharing. Let's check this out. Please continue. Work in progress by Hadi.
Waiting. Please continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue.
The sun wakes up to see her face every day.
Waiting. Please continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue.
Like magic, shadows trace her small details.
Continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue. Please continue.
And when she falls asleep, the moon lights her
Please keep waiting. Please continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue.
The sun wakes up to see her face every day.
Keep waiting. Please continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue.
Like magic, shadows trace her small details.
Please keep waiting. Please continue. Please continue.
And when she falls asleep, the moon lights her
Please keep waiting. Please continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue.
Love it.
I can't stop these dreams of you, and I don't know what I would do. The sunlight always shines for you, and I don't know what I'm to do. I can't stop these dreams of you, and I don't know what I'm to do. 'Cause I am always lost on you.
Really cool. I like
Please keep waiting. Please continue. Please keep waiting. Please continue.
yeah, it's really cool. I feel like you're doing some great like world building, and like it almost feels like the equivalent of environmental storytelling, like the audio version of that, because you know, it sounds like the lyrics are really about what I was getting is like this longing for someone, and it's a cool idea to kind of have it's like like the waiting, the sound of what's that called when you're put on hold, like the hold waiting sound of somebody saying like, please continue waiting, and it fits the mood and the lyrics quite well. It makes you think about like, oh, is he calling someone who's asking him to wait, and but they're not answering, and it's cool. It's a great track. I think if I were to try to think of something to consider doing,
Wakes up to see her face.
there's some little moments here in the intro where you can hear the auto tune kind of kicking in a funny way. So I would take a closer look at that.
Every day.
Another thing I would think about is when and you might already be thinking about this, but like when it comes to mixing, the vocals in this intro part, at least with some of those vocoder layers, or I'm not sure exactly what technique you're using. Probably vocoder if I had to guess, but either way, like later in the song here, I think I can hear it in the background, but it's mixed in a bit better here, I feel, than it is in the intro.
Like magic shadows stray.
Like sometimes I feel like those kind of like vocoder vocals can be a bit harsh, and it sounds like it would be nice if some of those peaks were tamed more with like a soothe, and then it would be nice to also have something like a compactor that's side chaining the frequencies from the main vocal, side chaining the vocoder after it's being tamed through the signal of the main vocal. That's what I was trying to say. But anyways, other than that, I really love it. It's a really cool idea. A vocal synth, gotcha. That's dope. I haven't really used vocal synth much, but it sounds great. So thanks for sharing that. The sound of the operator was recorded off my phone when my first European show was canceled. Damn, that's a huge bummer. I was canceling my hotel, and it felt like the operator was telling me not to give up. That's rad. Cool. Yeah, I don't really have anything else that I can think of to add to that, but yeah, let's keep on moving, and thanks for sharing. All right, what's up, Imperial Disorder? You got something for us? Thanks, always amazing to get your thoughts. No, for sure. I mean, sometimes I don't know how helpful what I mentioned really is, but I have zero problem sharing my ideas. Whether they're actually useful ideas, that's a whole nother question. So let's check this out. Amashog, Sweat and Move. Ooh, it's sounding dark. It's a vibe switch from what we were listening to before. cool. Very, very dark. Reminds me a little bit of like a more old school dubstep sound. Like pre-Skrillex era. Sick. Yo, thank you for the follow. I love Jay. My main it's a cool track. My main thing is I was hearing these chords that you could maybe use on top of this. No, but seriously. I don't really have a ton of feedback that I could add because it's not a genre that like I feel like I know. I don't have chops when it comes to dubstep, I suppose. And I feel like most of the feedback I have would maybe be more mix oriented, but I guess the point of a lot of it isn't necessarily to it's meant to sound aggressive, obviously, right? So like there's some moments where there's some like weird distortion happening, but I feel like that could also be intentional. So like I don't know, a lot of what I'm hearing would be more like I would be like, kind of toning down some of those harsher frequencies and stuff like that, and looking deeper into how to kind of like make the mix sound more agreeable when that's probably not really the vibe for a track like this. So I know it's kind of lame for me to sit here and say I don't really have much feedback to give you, but I feel like most of my I feel like the place where I feel most comfortable with giving feedback is going to be from like a compositional standpoint, and that's not like super relevant in the dubstep genre. So and the only other thing mix wise, like you might be doing a lot of those kind of things intentionally might be sounding harsh on purpose. So all right, I gotta get Baby out of here. Hold up, let's get Baby out of here, and then we'll listen to, let's see, we have time for like 2 more tracks, I think. But one sec, let me get, he's going all over the place. Come here. All right, Baby's gonna say bye. All right. This is a newer project. A lot of times I feel worried it's not filled out. Yeah, I mean, it depends on, what kind of references and inspirations you have, because a more modern dubstep sound is going to be a bit different than what you're sharing with us. This kind of reminds me, I feel like, of a lot of the more like spacious, I don't know. It reminds me of like an old school kind of like UK dub vibe almost. And that style, I feel like this makes more sense. But either way, I appreciate you sharing it. Sorry, I couldn't really give you more feedback. Yeah, feel free to share more stuff next week. Imperial. Let's roll on to the next person. What's up, DJ Transponder? What's going on? All right, you got something for us? Yeah. All right, what are we working with here? Listen, you guys rickrolled me twice, so I got to rickroll you back. That's just what just happened? Okay. This is, let's just turn it down a little bit just in case. KG Saka. Oh, KG Saka. No way. And Jessica Joy. Transponder remix. Cool.
I'd give my right hand just to be with you. Give up everything. Would you do the same? No, no. Oh, no.
Cool. Yeah, it's a dope track. I don't know the original. Cool. That's a really cool track. I don't really have much to offer in terms of critique. Maybe some like little mixing tweaks that I would have personally maybe approached slightly differently. I love a lot of the sound design that's going on. The random kind of like octave jumps that are happening in some of those synths that are then followed by like these like the echo delays, ping pong. So it's a really cool VIP. I don't know the original. I do like Jessica's voice. Where do I know KJ Saka from? What was he? Isn't he a drummer? In what was that trio? It was like Excision, Space Laces, and KJ Saka. Didn't they have a project together for a little bit? Or am I imagining that? Either way, I know that he's a drummer in the EDM space, really talented one. I'm pretty sure. Makes drum. Destroyed. That's right. That's what they're called. I don't know if they still release stuff. I don't think so. But either way, dope tune. I guess I like trance a lot. I don't really listen to trance, but I really enjoyed this track. Cool vibe. Well produced. And yeah, really the only thing is just a few little, some minor little mixed things I probably would have approached slightly differently, but I feel like that's more of a stylistic difference. Yeah, it's dope. Thank you for sharing. Sorry I couldn't think of more. The original is drum and bass. Cool. Yeah, I like it. All right, let's move on. Let's do like two more if you guys are okay with that. I'm trying to go a bit longer today. I know normally, well, the last few times I said I would do a longer one. So what's up, Ession? How's it going, my friend? Unacceptable. The stream must end now. Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to you yet, Eidolon. The algorithm is not on your side today. All right, let's see. Let's check this out. What do we got here? Night at Dnipro. Right bank. Oh yeah, that's in Ukraine. I don't think I know exactly where in Ukraine you live, but Dnipro City. Narrative rights registered. Wow, that's dreamy. '90s ambient, yeah. I can almost see this in like a like a '90s anime scene, like some really trippy, weird scene in Akira or something like that. But it's cool. I can hear like that repetitive mechanical sound, and it sounds almost like you know the rhythm of a city, or like, you know, the train, like it sounds like a train like coming and going over and over again. So I feel like I don't even know how to pronounce the name Dnipro, but I feel like you did it justice. That's cool. Thanks for sharing, Esyan. Man, I never know. It is a train. Okay, cool. I never know what to expect when you submit stuff. You have such a like pretty wide range of styles. Cool. Let's do. Well, okay. I haven't given you any feedback, but like honestly, I feel like you just kind of you nailed the vibe. I don't think there's anything I could think of that could make this any better. So yeah, let's move on. Thanks for sharing that, Asyan. That's really cool. There it is. What's up, Eidolon? What you got for us today? Nothing new. So I have some lore. We're getting storytelling. Are we getting story time with Eidolon right now? Walking to Cold Stone alone on a Friday night. Cool. Yeah, this feels really different from what you normally submit. It's cool to hear. It's cool to hear the other stuff you make as well. Switch up. Oh, it's 3 years old. Wow. That's crazy. Whoops. I didn't mean to stop it. But that was basically the end anyways. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. It was giving me, at one point, it was giving me like Tipper vibes a little bit in the intro. I wonder, like around here, the roads, and then some of those like little squelchy echo bass sounds that happen. Yeah, like here. I mean, I don't know if you like Tipper, but that would definitely be an interesting reference point. It's dope. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what kind of feedback to give you here. I like the vibe. It's I guess you could like expand on it like melodically a little bit if you wanted to. You could take that that riff and then maybe at some point of the song. Actually, this is something that I really like about Royksup. I don't know if any of you listen to Royksup, but they often kind of like have this like a motif based on a chord progression, and then as the song progresses, that same motif is explored with a different chord progression. So that's the original, right? And so maybe you could switch it up to go into the D flat major. And then go back. This is only a thought that comes to my mind, but I like the sound selection. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. And I like the drums too. So yeah, love it. Chill low temp is secretly my comfort genre. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask if that's a real picture, or if that's generated or something. You got stranded in the Rockies during a blizzard for 9 hours. Jesus. So this song is like you coming to terms with dying in a blizzard, basically. I could see that. You know, if I was in a blizzard and I was gonna die, I think I would want to hear something more like this. Okay, let's move on to the next person. Let's do... I'm sorry, I had to do it one more time. Hey, you guys rickrolled me twice, so I get to return the favor. So let's do one more here, and then I'm gonna call it. I'm starting to get really hungry. I always get really hungry towards the end of my streams. It's been messing up my eating patterns lately. What's up, Cherbor? How's it going? Let's see. What do we got here? The key is A minor. I appreciate it. Didn't have to tell me, but makes my life a tiny bit easier. Ooh. Very interesting.
I have to believe in a world outside my own mind. I have to believe that my actions still have meaning, even if I can't remember them.
I'm not sure this is an A minor, by the
I
way.
have to believe that when my eyes are closed, the world's still there. Do I believe the world's still there? Is it still out there? Yeah. Do I lie to myself to be happy? In your case, yes, I will. I'm no different. Now, where was I?
I love that riff. Huh. This song is very interesting. A lot of energy. Kind of all over the place a little bit. Melodically. All right, where we go next? Still got 2 minutes left in the track. Cool.
The world's still there. The world's still there.
Very interesting track. This give me Minecraft vibes here a little bit. Anyways, really love it. I actually think there's some really unique moments in this track. Like, it very much just catches you off guard in a lot of ways. Some of the moments where you're choosing to create fills and switch things up. It's very I would say unusual for what you'd normally expect for something that's kind of roughly in the house genre ish. But yeah, I really like it. There's some, yeah, like I said, a lot of cool moments happening, synth sound design wise. A lot of fun fills leading into drops and stuff like that. Trying to think about what kind of feedback to give here. It was 6 minutes long, so it's a pretty long piece of music. I will say when those chords popped in there, it surprised me because, like, roughly the vibe is very kind of like, yeah, I don't know. The mode feels very different than what these chords are. That's more like much more of a jazzy vibe. You know, this has that kind of like harmonic minor a little bit going. Not quite, but but yeah, it's interesting. It feels like you're not following like any super clear structure, but despite that, you know, you have a very kind of like energetic, dance friendly track that kind of it keeps your attention and keeps you guessing. That's for sure. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of what else to say because it is a kind of hard to give feedback on a longer piece of music like this. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. I appreciate you sharing it. Not all chords are in key, so it might sound surprising. Yeah, I could understand that. Oh, so that riff is from a sample challenge. I see. That's really cool. Anyways, cool. That's gonna be it for me for today, y'all. I appreciate you tuning in. VIP is gonna be 9 minutes. I love it. But I enjoyed staying a little bit longer and listening to more than I have the last few weeks. So I think I'm gonna try to do the same thing next Friday. Don't have to tempt me with a good time. Cool. All right, that's it for me for today, y'all. Had a lot of fun today, so thanks for swinging by and showing me what you guys are working on. I'll be back on Sunday with the regular stream, making tunes. So peace out, and thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. See you guys.